like, there you go. It's all done, you know? Like, what is on here? Let's see what's scary about this. I wanna piss my pants. I wanna poopy poop. We discovered an abandoned house with missing boy. Police came. I was about to say, look. It previously watched, but I didn't read that, and I was just scrolling down from scary, and I just see Connor Price.
Oh my god.
And I see My Chemical Romance, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so terrified.
Why is Fabio there?
Who? Oh, I thought you said Fabio.
Fabio.
Okay, I was looking for that one dude on Love Books for a minute.
No. It's so boring. I want to fall asleep again.
These
and
are
I don't
the
like
funny
the
ones.
noises.
These are the funnier ones.
It's always something to do with eating, and the eating sounds make me uncomfortable. I don't like this noise.
I work with my dad at Taco Bell. My cousin worked with us too, and together we basically ran the place. Our location got pretty busy during the
That's
day,
where he fucked
and
up.
we got just as much traffic at night, if not more. At 10 p.m., we closed the inside and only did drive-thru orders. The drive-thru was very busy most nights, especially on the weekends. My cousin and I did the prep work and made the orders, while my dad ran the register and took the orders. One night, I was cleaning up my station during some downtime
some
when I heard my
food,
dad
right?
greeting a new customer.
Oh
I got ready to make the order when it came up on the screen, but I couldn't help hearing the customer's voice through my dad's headset since my station was close to the window. My dad was a little hard of hearing, so he always had it turned up super high, but my hearing was sharp enough to just barely hear it when the kitchen was quiet enough.
Give me 4 tacos with extra sauce and 2 Cokes while you're at it.
There was
Why 2
something
Cokes?
strange about that
He
guy's
wants more than
voice.
one Coke.
I couldn't tell what it was because I could barely hear it. But
Oh wait, no,
it just
we don't know
sounded
if he's like
off.
alone.
It was a naturally deep
He could do
disturbing.
someone.
I
Why
tried
you
to
don't push
disregard
it?
it and
It's like,
started making
he
the
wants
order
2
of a
Cokes?
few tacos. A few moments later, the customers pulled up. They were in a large black SUV with
Wait, holy shit, what are these prices? $9.99 for I want to say a soft taco, and then like $9.99 for a hard taco, and then only $9.99 for a burrito? What's in the burrito, gold? Am I gonna shit like diamonds after I eat it?
That's crazy.
I peeked around the corner as they rolled down the window.
Oh,
Their
fuck no.
faces. 2 middle-aged men were in the car, and they both looked extremely strange. From their unsettling expressions to the way their faces were put together, it was all just really creepy. They looked oddly similar too, like they could have been brothers. I went back to making their food so they wouldn't catch me staring, but I kept listening to their conversation. At first, my dad treated them like any other customer, but hearing their voices in person was even creepier. Something about them just made my skin crawl. I did my best to keep it from causing me to make a mistake. Before long, I was almost done. But that's when things took a turn for the worst. Suddenly, I heard my dad yell at them that their $20 bill was fake.
It's fake! Your money is fake! Take the fake 20 and shove it up your ass! It's real, damn it! Just take the 20 and give me my
Nobody
damn
talks
tacos!
like this. It's fake.
I looked around the corner and saw the worst case scenario. The deranged creep jumped out of his car and crawled halfway through the window, holding a knife to my dad's face. My legs locked up.
Give me a
The driver
Taco
was
Bell,
waving
damn
a
it.
knife around while my dad stood just far enough back not to be hurt. But I knew if the driver got any closer that things could go horribly wrong. The passenger was smiling at me through the window. He seemed amused that we were watching this catastrophe unfold together.
Just take the money! What's wrong with it? I told you it's fake! I can't take it! The money's as real as this knife! We're just gonna go right through your eyes if you don't take it! Please stop! Dad, just take the money!
Take my money.
Oh, man. He's got more brains than you! Leave us alone or I'm calling the
Take
cops.
my money.
The Monopoly money might work at 7-Eleven, but not Taco Bell, bitch!
My dad seemed completely unafraid. cycle of more and more ready to snap. He'd gone from a creep to a demon in a matter of seconds, so I knew time was of the essence. I quickly dialed 911 and talked to the police while the situation
Not the
continued
fucking
to
road
evolve
rage.
before my eyes. Then, without warning, the psycho jumped through the window and did the unthinkable.
Wait. What is this, anime? Why it look like a fucking power-up scene? Bro went Super Saiyan when his dad died. It's like Krillin's death all over again.
Please, stay with me. Stay with me.
I tried to save my father, but the only thing I could do was say goodbye to him in his final moments. He was gone within seconds. In that time, his killers did nothing except laugh as they took the rest of what he came for and drove off. Even if I hadn't been terrified, I was too devastated by the loss of my father to do anything but cry. As
Whoa.
did my cousin when he came out of the bathroom.
That makes
He
sense.
thought the yelling was just an angry customer, but he had no idea how bad things actually were. By the time hell finally left, the men in the car were long gone. And since then, the investigation yielded no results. Despite the killer's face being captured on security footage, he still hasn't been identified. What's worse, they had their license plate covered, so there was no way to track them that way either. For obvious reasons. My cousin and I have been unable to work there ever since.
Well, of
or any
course.
Taco Bell for that matter.
Your
My
fucking
family
dad
continues to
died.
grieve my father's loss.
Oh no, look how they're crying.
Me, my mother,
Boo
my two
hoo.
younger siblings,
Dad died.
were all alive.
Boo
He
boo
tried to
hoo.
make a stand for what he thought was right for his
Boo
life,
hoo.
but it
Boo.
ended up costing him everything. The story was inspired by a horrific incident regarding a Taco Bell worker.
Wait,
It
the
was
menu's actually
The
like
story
that?
was inspired by
That's
a
so
horrific
weird.
incident regarding a Taco Bell
I've never
worker
seen
That's
it.
old.
Yeah, that's an old Taco Bell. I haven't seen a Taco Bell use that menu.
who was taken out by a customer.
Even like,
after-
even though, stuttering over here like Porky Pig.
Take a deep breath.
Even so, like I remember growing up and like always getting like a $5 burrito because I like Taco Bell a lot. I never saw a Taco Bell with that type of menu. Maybe it was just the town I was in.
The restaurant had refused to accept a counterfeit $20 bill from the customer, who then opened fire. The 41-year-old male victim, named locally as Alejandro.
Sir, you said open fire. The story, you used a knife. I feel like there is something wrong there.
Garcia, was working with his son at the fast food chain restaurant in South Los Angeles when he was taken out around 11 p.m. Alejandro's son, who also works at the Taco Bell, had gotten into an argument with two men who had tried to pay with a fake bill while ordering drive-thru food in a black sedan. The argument at the drive-thru window escalated and one of the customers began opening fire. The attackers then sped off and remained at large. Garcia's son had attempted to close the window to provide cover, but it was
The bush guy, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescue.
unfortunately too late. No arrests have since been made in the case. Garcia worked at the restaurant part-time in order to provide extra money for his family. A statement from Taco Bell said, "We are shocked and sad to hear that this happened. Our deepest condolences go out to the family and friends of Garcia in this difficult time."
That's sad. Rest in peace, bro. Okay, yeah, no. Why does he do it at the beginning of every story?
I don't like it. Like, it's horrible. It makes me not like his channel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And you know what's sad about it? He has the best content, horror story wise. Like, once you're past the food eating noises, it's just, why does he do it every time?
It sucks. Genuinely, I hate it.
I'm tired of Big Ed. Big Ed is just trying to be relevant.
Yeah.
I saw that for a minute and I was like, resist it. Resist it. Moving on. Back to scary.
following In the following video, two friends are goofing off inside an indoor playground at a time when no one else is around.
Aha, the scariest place.
Okay, where'd you go?
We're gonna meet Grimace.
It's late
Grimace
at
in
night,
here.
and the restaurant where the kids
Ah, is that where Grimace lives?
isn't being occupied by children. So, with not much else to do, both friends rush over to the restaurant's playground to have some fun. However,
Oh, I
during
see.
this playful moment that something pretty creepy is caught on camera. The following is what they caught. Take a look.
Okay, this is my POV. Enjoy.
I don't believe in ghosts at all. For anybody watching, I'm.
I feel too big to do this. Yeah. Wait, where'd you go, left or right? Which way? I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland. Okay, she went that way. Yours is brighter, mine's all dark. Okay. You guys, I can't do this. I feel like I keep bumping my head too. That's crazy. It's like actually happening. This is literally for human hamsters. Oh my god, someone bashed in this window. I feel like this is.
Neither friend had realized what was caught until much later, and the one recording this didn't hear anything while taking the video. The only voice heard was her friend's, who was somewhere far off in the jungle gym. The other voice was completely missed, but not by the camera's mic, as apparently a child's voice is captured.
Yours is brighter, mine's all dark.
It isn't clear as to what's being said or whispered, but it sounds like the babbling noise you'd hear from a young child. For this reason, viewers think that this might have been the ghost of a child who hasn't left the playground.
Obviously,
If
it's a
that's the
ghost
case,
of
then
her
who knows
grandpa.
what happens at
Her
night
grandpa is
when
on
no
her
one else is
shoulder,
around.
and he
While
returned to an
listening
infant.
uncertain what was caught,
And,
both friends were creeped out by this clip. But unfortunately,
Oh
like
my
most
God.
videos, this one remains a mystery. Inside an airplane is an employee who's recording a video showing what he does in a typical workday. As part of a cleaning crew, his main job is to clean planes that have just landed.
Bro
This
has
is
no
something that
better
often does at
content
night,
he can
especially when
upload.
planes
He's
are
like,
big
look at
enough
me
to hold
clean
the most
trash.
But one night, he decides to do something different. Rather than leaving the plane that he just
Trash.
cleaned, he stays behind. Usually, a cabin cleaner moves on to clean the next aircraft, but seeing that his work was done and that no passengers would board the plane for a while, he stays. Purely for the fun of it, he does this. But this experience was anything but fun, because as he hides in the back of the plane, this happens.
This is fake. If we don't see nothing, then it's fake. And if we just hear noises, it's somebody over there in the seats.
No. Let's go. Let's go.
No, I moved to the shades up because of a flash on here. You don't catch my ass if they say. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, though. It's mad cold in here. And it's dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on the camera, but it's dark. Let's go! Let's go!
Why is he saying let's go? I thought the lights went off on a plane and like he got spooked. Did I just miss? Am I stupid?
Go!
He's part of the cleanup crew and the lights went out, right?
The back of the plane. Passengers would board the plane for a while. He stays. Purely for the fun of it, he does this. But this experience was anything but stay after cleaned. He stays behind. Usually, a cabin cleaner moves on to clean the next aircraft, but seeing that his work was done and that no passengers would board the plane for a while, he stays. Purely for the fun of it, he does this. But this experience was anything but fun.
Oh, so he's stupid. Okay, I get it. Why is bro saying let's go? You're on a plane.
Because they're not going, obviously.
So... It's like... Have you ever went somewhere in the school that you weren't supposed to as a kid? Okay, so there was a time, it was me and like 3 other kids who were in the same class who were supposed to go to our next class, right? And it was supposed to be a math class. And the thing is, none of us wanted to go to math. We all hated math. So we're like, where are we going to go? And one of them were like, okay, there's a stairway. And the stairway, no teacher goes there because there's no class in that hallway. So we're like, okay, so if we all go there, we can ditch. And we're all like, yeah. So we don't go off campus. No, not like a smart person. We go to this stupid area that is a stairway that is cold as fuck, and it's just a stairway. And it's like, let's go. And this is what this feels like. It's like, this is my own little area. No one can come here.
Right.
And then, you know what happened? A teacher showed up, and she was like, why are y'all in here? And we're like...
Because we walked here.
I bet he's gonna get caught.
No, I'm gonna have to move to the shades up because of the flash from here. Don't catch my eyes what they say.
Bro, you're such a little kid. Bro gets a boner from breaking the rules. His girlfriend says do the dishes, and he gets a boner from not doing it.
I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on the camera.
He's like, ooh, I didn't do it. Like, bro, chill.
Let's go!
Stop it. This is so, oh. It's cringe.
Right. Sitting on the back of the plane. Y'all probably think I'm insane. Probably think I'm doing this for fame.
Stop. Stop.
The dumbest video you've ever put on. I want you to know that.
Babe.
No.
Babe, aren't we scared though? I thought we're scared.
This is stupid.
I thought we're scared because like this is it's scary compilation. I'm so scared. I'm terrified. Shaking in my boots.
Today, probably be I'm doing it for fame.
Caught off guard, he walks over to
Dude, that is the dumbest shit. Don't tell me he ran because of that. Look at this. So, watch right here, babe. So, I know it's going to be really obvious because, like, obviously it's super scary. You know what I mean? But, right here, this thing moves out.
Nothing happened.
No, watch.
Fame.
Oh! And then, of course, as anybody would, he panics. And runs.
We can't.
By golly gee, the spirits are trying to warn us.
We should get one.
Today, probably be
Oh, sure, let's do it.
I'm doing it for fame.
Caught off guard, he walks over to see if anyone's there, but to his shock, the space is completely empty. Somehow, the seatbelt flings out towards the aisle in a sudden motion, without there being someone on the seat. It seemingly throws itself as if unbuckled by a passenger who's eager to get off the plane. Whatever it was that just happened scared the living daylights out of him, so much so that he scurries back to his hiding spot in the back of the plane. Hours pass, and he gets off the plane after personnel finds him inside. All in all, this experience has left him so rattled that he continues to share up.
Bro got to the door and was like, wait, it's locked? And I can't unlock it from in here? Bro thought it was like a normal door.
It's a fucking plane door. That shit's airtight, bro.
Dave's talking about this incident
This
and
is funny as
mentioning
fuck.
how he should have stayed out of this plane. It goes without saying, but this incident has spooked him beyond belief.
Courtesy YouTube
On
ads.
August 27th of 2024, a store manager watches footage of something that happened earlier while sounding pretty nervous. He immediately ran to his computer to pull up the video and save it, just in case no one believes him. Something happened as he was unpacking boxes, and he knows that he caught it on camera. In fact, many things happened in this footage, but it's what happens towards the end of the video that terrifies him greatly. Ever since then, he's been watching his back, hoping that it doesn't happen again. The following is the store manager's footage. Watch.
I better see boxes going around him in a tornado of death and decay, with them going all over the place and him levitating up to the roof, sprouting Hindu language when he's a Caucasian. The way he's hyping it up though, babe, it's like, come on, I should see him do a 180-degree turn with his head and like sprout out acid.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. What is it? What is the evilness that we're about to see?
Put things away from the box. Alright, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Hold on, let me speed this up a bit.
No. I want to see all of it. I want to see all the fine details. I need the lore.
Alright, watch.
I can't skip the filler. I'm sorry, but whoever's talking in the background, could you shut the fuck up?
Look. Boom, you see that?
Oh,
Get back
yes,
here
I
for you
did
guys
see
to
that.
get a better view. Look at that. And I'm just like tripping, like, what? Okay, but pay attention to this area right here. Watch. Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you.
What is this guy on, dude? And also, that camera trick was cute, but you can't just tell me no one's in the store and show me your camera feed for like 1 second and expect me to believe no one's in the store. It's like, it's like, don't say nothing. Hey guys, it's just me here. It's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just say that. Like, someone could be hiding out of the camera sight. It's so easy.
Why do you think
Is that you? I threw that in the box earlier? Come on out!
Casper, where are you?
Don't scare me!
You're not so friendly as I thought.
Come on out, puppy!
That was great voice editing.
Always trying to mess with me.
Oh fuck. That intensity. He attacked you. I saw it. Look, babe. Whoa.
Speakers, whoa.
The chaotic force of his turbulence. No, it could not be. It could not be.
Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that?
What am I seeing? Do you have like sixth sense that I don't have? Oh, wait a minute. You might be onto something. Nah, nothing happened there. His hair went up for like a second. Cool. That's it.
No.
This is so stupid.
As if the store manager wasn't already spooked, this happens. Recorded by the camera pointing at the side entrance of the store is this: the manager's hair lifting on its own. Or better put, getting tugged by something unseen. It's the sudden yank on his hair that sends him running in a
And then someone could have just put string in his hair.
Messing with him. But upon watching the security footage of this incident, he sees that no one was behind him. If no one was there, then whose forceful pull did he feel? While some viewers believe that this might have been the ghost he was calling out, others don't know what to think. To the manager, however, he knows exactly what this was and believes it's the same entity that's been messing with the store. But of course, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
You know what it was?
Was the ghost caught on camera? Or, except the ghost was there when the security sends him running in a panic, getting tugged for? Is this the manager's hair lifting on its own?
Oh!
Or better put, getting
So
tugged by
much
something
energy.
unseen. It's the sudden yank on his hair that sends him running in a panic frenzy, making him think that someone was messing with him. But upon watching the security footage of this incident, he sees that no one was behind him. If no one was there, then whose forceful pull did he feel? While some viewers believe that this might have been the ghost he was calling out, others don't know what to think. To the manager, however, he knows exactly what this was and believes it's the same entity that's been messing with the store. But of
It's
course,
Casper,
I'll
bro.
let you come up with your own conclusions. Was
Let
the
Casper
ghost
be.
on camera? Or had something else happened to explain this incident? Let me know what you think down below. Now this next video was submitted to me by Alicia B, who recorded something that's left her pretty spooked.
Well,
The whole
give it to
incident
me.
took place
Give it to
at
me,
around
man.
1 p.m. as Alicia recorded it from inside her car. She was picking up her boyfriend from work like she usually does, only this time, something catches her attention, prompting her to film this moment. In the distance, there's a motel like any other motor lodge. It's a basic motel with not much activity going on,
Okay.
or at least it seems like that, because as Alicia looks closely, she sees this.
Focus. That's it, right? What the? Bro. What the?
No, that is creepy. Okay, that isn't a ghost. That isn't like a... So, just to clarify, this isn't paranormal. Like I said, I don't believe in ghosts. I'm gonna be honest. Everything we see online, there's no ghost shit. Like, show me an actual video where ghosts exist. They don't. They don't. Okay, but besides that, now that we're past that point, this is scary because that could have been a person, and that person could be watching her, And like how he does it so violently, dude. Fuck that. Fuck
I
that.
didn't even see anything.
So right here, I'm gonna have my mouse be right here. It's like it's a bad phone quality, so you're not gonna be able to see it that well. But it's like each of these is a window in a motel, right? And that one has light, so you can see this window really good. And it looks like someone has the curtain, and he's like, and then like he closes it super fast. Like he's not even taking in anything. It looks like, but it looks like he's looking at her. So she's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, I see it.
And he keeps doing it.
Having no clue as to what she was seeing, Alicia couldn't help but gasp. It was obvious that her eyes weren't playing tricks on her after seeing it more than once. A dark silhouette continuously appears and disappears as if flickering out of existence. This shadow, or whatever this might have been, just flashes momentarily before the video ends. Understandably, Alicia sends this footage in the hopes of getting an answer to her question. Just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not.
That's not paranormal. It's a curtain moving, dude. Bro, is bro stupid? That's a curtain moving. He's like,
Everyone has their own beliefs.
it's a figure appearing.
Well, that's a true statement. It is a figure appearing.
He's taking his time to like actually, dude. He's trying to clickbait the whole internet. He's like, yo, YouTube, you're gonna fucking use this.
On the night of September 26th of 2022,
But
the
not,
families
bro was
enjoyed their
lying
inside
to
their
us.
home when out of
That is not a
nowhere,
ghost.
They find themselves immersed in a very peculiar incident. At approximately 9 p.m., Renee Salcido and her family had stopped what they were doing after being alerted by a noise coming from the front door. They weren't expecting any visitors, so naturally they were startled. But nevertheless, they were cautious from that moment on, and rightfully so, because apparently the noise they heard
What
was
quality is
actually
this?
from
Are we in like 180p?
a set of bells that were dangling on their doorknob. The fact that they went off meant that someone had grabbed the handle. Freaked out, Renee shows the exact moment they're heard on camera.
Oh, yep, that's a ghost. You gotta throw away the house now. The whole house. Throw it away. Yep, all you can do in that situation now is you gotta,
Shush, nothing's happened yet.
I can say what I want, but what you gotta do is basically, you gotta shove some, like, salt up your ass, and you gotta, like, shove your ass on the ground, and you gotta, like, rub your ass all over the ground, and you gotta say, Jesus Christ, marry me.
Footage from outside.
And then, like, the ghost will go away.
Family completely shook. The bells can be heard rattling against the door, but strangely, no one is seen grabbing the handle where the bells are placed. It's audible enough to know that something shook the bells, but the question is, what exactly shook them? Or better said, what had gripped the doorknob? Only after realizing when the bells went off does this video get creepier, as the family believes something had tried to get inside, and it seems that whatever it was really wanted to get in. But the bells,
Jesus Christ wanted to
had
get
successfully
inside.
done their job. There's a reason
He
why
wanted to
some
spread the
people
holy
hang bells
message.
on their doorknob, and it's not because they add style, but rather help in warding off negative energy. They're known as witch bells, and Renee's family is glad to have bought them. But of course, whether or not this had anything to do with what occurred is up to you to decide. So then, had something come by to visit the family, or could something else explain what occurred? Now, the following video was suggested by Jose H., who writes that this video was captured by a man inside a building that was next to a fire. The man recording this had already called the fire department to put out the flames. So, as he waits, he records this video. But he wasn't just filming to get the fire on camera, but rather to record something else. At first, he didn't notice it, but after taking a closer look, he sees it. This is what he saw.
What are we gonna see? What are we seeing? Oh, is that Satan? Ah, Satan.
the figure of a person is seen standing at the
This is so
window.
stupid.
They stand
Yeah.
completely
The
still
whole video is
while
kinda dumb.
seemingly facing the outside.
I'm just sitting through it so no one can tell me I didn't watch this, and I can still tell them it's stupid. I watched the whole thing, none of it's real. There's like one little thing, and even he tried to say it's paranormal when it wasn't paranormal.
Something else.
Like,
Whether ghost or not, it's like the movement until the very end is unsettling enough. So then, the question is begged, just who or what was inside this building? On a random Tuesday night, a young child happily placed inside their crib.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Past their bedtime. As minutes pass, they continue to stay awake before all of a sudden, standing up and looking straight ahead. It isn't clear as to what it is that they're seeing, but after watching what happens only seconds later, it becomes
check this
clear
out, dude.
that something truly strange was going on. As the mother of the child is in the kitchen.
this is probably the only cool thing that's gonna actually be in the video, and I've already seen it. It's like, it's not new to me. I don't think it's paranormal. I actually think the baby's just really talented.
Oh, is it where he stands up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I think
too.
he's just like a born trapeze artist. Like, he has extremely good balance. Bro has never skipped leg day in his previous life. And it came over into his soul. Now he is the legs.
Is he gonna fucking do it?
Wait, no, is it? Are you kidding me? Don't tell me that's this whole video.
Their voice was tell that although it's yet to be closely, but it kind of becomes a whole
It looks
lot
like the
of
same
the video
room.
by itself suffices.
No, the crib is
What was
really
captured
similar.
is
That's all.
terrifying on its own.
Man, I thought it was, man. I'm actually kind of mad about that now. Because that was going to be a good video in this trash heap of videos. And now I can't keep my sarcasm. I'm a little mad at you. I was
In
being
its last
sarcastic throughout the
a man
video,
living in
giving
small
it a good
cottage
little
suddenly starts recording after hearing noises coming from
The
his
video
attic.
just sucks.
He's
Now it
been
sucks,
gathering
yeah,
evidence
there's no
of these odd
redeeming
sounds
factor.
that are
I was
often
trying to
heard at
redeem it
night.
with that.
From noises like thumps and creaks, he's been hearing all sorts of things, all of which emanate from his attic. Initially, he thought the noises were just
What is
part of
in
the
your
house,
attic?
given that it's old. But one night, as he checks the space like he always does,
A
this
normal
happens.
person, that is not you. Maybe I should do these videos. Like, maybe I should just make like a, haunted.
Bro.
At this point, like, look at this shit. I better see, as soon as he open it, I better see eyeballs peering right back at him and like tentacles of Cthulhu coming through. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. There's nothing. You made that noise. You moved that with
Out
strength.
of nowhere, a piece of furniture
I'm done with this video.
scaring the living daylights out of him.
This
There could have
video
been someone
sucks.
up there,
There could have just been someone up there.
like living in the attic without them knowing. That's happened before.
Yeah. But even then, it could have been so faked. At this point, I'm sick of that channel. What else is on scary? What else comes up if I just search scary?
There's no actually scary videos on YouTube anymore.
I want Bizarre Hub to not come up ever again. Like, I am so done with Bizarre Hub. Bub. Such a bad channel. Chilling Scares is alright. I don't like it when they do paranormal videos because it's kind of just stupid. But like the rabbit hole videos are cool.
Jared Coker Urbex is a small YouTube channel where the uploader posts raw footage of his explorations of abandoned locations all over the US. Since 2020, Jared has uploaded over 200 videos of some pretty cool Urbex footage. In March 2022, Jared uploaded a video where he explored an abandoned dog treat manufacturing factory in Wichita, Kansas. For the first few minutes of the video, the exploration is pretty uneventful, and except for the usual couple of strange thuds and bangs that can be heard nearby, it seems like Jared's alone. Even though it's relatively common for homeless people to hide out in abandoned buildings, it doesn't seem like anyone was squatting in the factory that day. After exploring the multiple floors of the building in detail, Jared looks out the window and sees a red car pulling up to the factory and start making its way through the gates.
I'm gonna go around where I can't see him. I really do gotta get out of here now. I don't like that.
After it becomes obvious that the man in the red car has plans to enter the factory, Jared does the only reasonable thing in a situation like that and tries to find a way out of the building without being noticed. Unfortunately, the car goes around the building and out of his field of vision, which means that by the time the car is parked in front of the factory, the man could be anywhere.
Oh God.
Okay, this is actually cool. It could be fake. He could have just paid this guy to show up so he can be like, well, guys, it's scary now. But I like this. It gives it like a thriller
If
movie
it is
vibe.
faked, it's done well.
It's really good. I like it. Is that Bernie Sanders?
No, Bernie Sanders can't walk that good.
I will have your vote. They rebuilt him better than ever. We
Bernie
must.
Sanders was a good man. He's just a little too old for the job now.
We must rebuild Bernie Sanders as a new Terminator model.
Stop it.
To make matters much worse, it appears as though the man has something in his hands, and from a distance, it's impossible to tell whether it's something as simple as a flashlight
He
or
has
a potential weapon.
a weapon. He has a weapon. Stop him. Stop him.
Oh my God. Was that a gunshot?
Oh my God, dude.
He had something in his hand too. It must have been a gun.
Over the next few minutes, Jared does his best to find a way out undetected, which is much easier said than done when you have no idea where a potentially armed man who probably knows the layout of the building much better than you do is hiding. And just when it seemed like Jared was going to make it out
Nah, this is
undetected,
dope.
this-
So the guy had a gun. Bro has the glicky. He has the blicky glicky. Don't mess with him. Bernie Sanders has a gun and he will have your vote.
Oh. Oh, it's just me. I might have scared me to death.
Hey, get up there now.
What?
Sit down. Get your handcuffs.
Huh?
Put them on. Got it?
Okay.
Is it alright? Put them on, you can put them on. Take your pet.
I've never put on handcuffs before.
Here, put them on inside of it. How's that? Put them in front of you. That way you can turn in front, okay? What's going to happen is the police is going to come and then you take your name and get you for criminal trespassing. It's nothing these days. A lot better than shoot you, isn't it?
Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Where'd you shoot at?
Shoot it. See people, I shoot at them. If they run, shoot. There you go. Be cool, nothing will happen, okay?
Alright.
It's alright. No one shoot you. Don't you see, like she said, something said
This could be
about,
fake.
use of deadly force? What do you think that is?
I thought that was kids spray paint.
No, it's me telling you, I'll shoot you. Nobody else can wake you, right?
No, it's just me.
Okay, I see somebody, I'm gonna end up probably shooting.
Oh no, if I were with someone and I know you shoot people, I would have gone.
Okay. I just don't want, they say, wait, it's scaring me, I'll shoot in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's life.
The man, who appears to be an armed vigilante of some sort, pops out of the bushes.
Vigilante, bro's Batman.
What he's acting like.
Bro showed up like, stop right there, criminal scum. Are these the guards from Oblivion?
That much more disturbing. At one point in the conversation, the man orders Jared to get into his car, and at that point, Jared doesn't really have a choice.
What we're gonna do is we'll throw your camera, your bag, and trunk, okay? I'll throw my gun in there too. Alright? We'll get a little break one, shut up here. Set everything out, please come, they'll ask you for your driver's license. They'll give you a little ticket.
Although Jared didn't record the part where he got into the car out of fear that the man would freak out if he realized he was being recorded, the YouTuber later explained that the cops took an hour and a half to get there. Disturbingly, when the cops finally arrived and while they were all talking, they saw two kids go up to the factory the same way Jared had, at which point the man looked the cops dead in the eye and said that if he saw the kids inside the factory, he was going to shoot them. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. As Jared was being taken to the police station for trespassing, the cops got a report that two kids had been shot at the factory. Thankfully, it turned out that the man was bluffing with his weapon, which was only loaded with non-lethal pellets. But still, the kids had to be taken to the hospital to be treated for their wounds.
No,
During
he
the
wasn't
investigation-
bluffing. He just said he would shoot you. He didn't say he would kill you. He said he would shoot you.
And the man was identified as
Very big difference.
Thomas, and even after shooting
Technically, it
the
was a
two
bluff though,
kids,
because he
was
wrote
only
use of
sentenced to 2
deadly
years.
force.
Oh shit! He got arrested still.
Old man?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I thought it was like legal. Like I don't like them, but I thought it was legal at least because like when you kind of think about it, security, factory, someone trespassed, they can get shot. Like I don't know, it just seems legal, you know. But I guess it wasn't. Nice.
I feel like trespassing is too minor a crime if they're not actually doing anything when they're there.
Now
You
that
know
you
what I
say
mean?
it, like yeah, they can't just shoot someone
You
because
can't
of that.
just shoot someone for being at a place they're not supposed to be.
I like that. That's cool.
That's like not how that works. You know what I mean?
This is really cool.
Like this man does not have the authority to play God, essentially.
He looks like that one security guard from Breaking Bad.
I
But,
don't know who
like-
you're talking about.
Remember Papa? He looks like a meaner version of Papa.
Papa looks nice though. He doesn't look like him.
Like I said, he looks like a mean version. If there was like, you know how like there's different versions of Goku? This would be Papa Black. Like how there's a Goku Black who's
No,
like,
Papa Blue.
yeah, Papa Blue, because the blue. But how Goku was like evil and Goku Black.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, I'm you, but evil. I still hate that line. That
That
was
was dumb as
such
fuck.
a fucking stupid line. In Japanese, it's kind of like more normal. It's like, in the English translation, a lot of shit gets cheesy.
Yeah.
Probation. Since that day, Jared hasn't gone back to the abandoned factory again.
This is what I'm talking about. This is horror. I'm more like freaked out by evil Papa than I am about any of the ghost shit, dude.
Let's play sessions.
In 2019, a group of
Also,
5 real estate
normal
investors
people
wanted
just
to
don't
do a
have the
stressed
authority to
property
handcuff
in the
people.
Angora neighborhood of Southwest Philadelphia.
There is a weird law. I should explain this, so let me explain how it kind of is. It's a civilian arrest. Now, you can only do this in very, very extreme situations. So, like, say someone breaks in and they try to rape you. I can civilian arrest that person until police show up because they are committing a felony. However, it has to be a felony. I don't think trespassing is a felony.
I think that's like a misdemeanor or something.
So he couldn't do that. That's breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
Police didn't do nothing about that, which is weird. But anyways, it's one of those things where it's like, say someone comes in, punches a woman, and like I punch him. I have the right now because he's committing a felony. I can commit a civilian arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Police don't encourage it, but they do if you have a weapon or if you have a right to carry. You can make a civilian arrest if it's needed.
Yeah, like if it's needed and you can defend yourself, then go for it.
I don't think that was a civilian arrest that he was doing to get. He just wanted to show off his little AR-13.
Yeah, he just wanted to show off his big gun. Because his dick's probably small.
The visit to the distressed house started out pretty ordinarily, but a few
Oh, we
minutes
got
in,
new
just as one of the
disease
investors
marketing.
stopped to walk up the staircase leading to the second floor, they noticed
yeah.
something
Another girl with
extremely
big boobs.
disturbing.
Oh, I seen this. Check this out. This is gnarly. So it's a little tripwire, but you know what it does? Look, look, look. It's like a knife, and it comes down and stabs you.
Based on what the are saying, there appears to be some sort of booby trap system built into the staircase. Had any of them followed through with walking up the staircase, a seemingly innocent house walkthrough could have turned bad very quickly. After analyzing the booby trap for a few minutes, they decided to activate it to see what would have happened to the investor if he had continued climbing the flight of stairs.
That would have killed. So I guess that someone got like evicted, and they left that for anybody who would come in after.
That's
The
crazy.
knife comes down right at the level of the investor's neck as soon as the wire is activated. It's hard to imagine what kind of psychopath would booby trap a house like that, knowing that whoever walked up that flight of stairs probably wouldn't live to tell the tale. Even though the trap was built in a very do-it-yourself kind of way, with a rusted knife, some duct tape, some wire, and a crunch, the speed at which the knife was designed to come down right at neck level obviously means that whoever built it wasn't playing around and meant to do some serious damage. In the interview with NBC, the investor who recorded the whole thing mentioned that he was used to finding some pretty strange things in the distressed houses he often renovates. But even though he was no stranger to abandoned dogs, homeless people squatting, and drug houses with bags and scales, he had never been this close to losing his life, much less to a booby-trapped house. Shockingly, even after what happened, the investor still went on to explore the rest of the house, buy it, and renovate it. Fortunately, they didn't run into any more traps along the way. Finders Beavers History Seekers is a YouTube channel where urban explorers Matt and Andy document their visits to hundreds of abandoned locations around the world. What's funny about this channel is they always bring their dog Bear with them on their explorations, setting him up with his own GoPro camera to capture footage
That's
they
so
might otherwise
cute.
miss. In March 2023, they uploaded footage of their visit to an abandoned house in the UK. Throughout their first few minutes of their exploration, Matt and Andy come across all kinds of old history books, kitchen utensils,
I might watch
and other abandoned
them.
objects, but for the most part,
Add a dog to abandoned exploring, and have his own GoPro, and now you got a whole
Imagine
new
he attacked
dynamic.
someone.
nothing too out of the ordinary. About 25 minutes
You
into
get a
the visit,
POV
as
of
Matt
dog
and Andy are
attack.
sorting through dozens of history books lying around the house, this happens.
And then why has that got a lock on it there for a bathroom cabinet? That makes no sense. Oh. Hey, you just causing so much bother.
So I don't know about this, guys.
Someone's just run down the stairs.
His face, dude. He's like, what's up? What do you want to tell me? Oh. He's like, I'm not prepared for this no more.
Yeah.
I thought it would just be us in here.
Thought it was gonna be fun.
Because it's like, ooh, abandoned place, let's go, we're gonna explore. And then it's like, wait, there's someone in here? And then you're sad.
Hello? 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 We're not secure. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to hurt you. We're urban explorers. Just having a look round. Hello? I'm gonna have to watch you back. That was definitely somebody running down the stairs. 100% that was someone running down the stairs.
Pretty much as soon as they go up to the second floor bedroom, they hear what sounds like someone or something running down the stairs. It's pretty disturbing to think that someone could have been watching them the whole time, but despite
He's
their
running
best
in the
efforts, they were able to
darkness.
find whoever it was. That's when they decided to review the GoPro footage on their dog Bear to see if it showed anything. And a bit before they heard footsteps running down the stairs, his camera caught this.
I love this POV.
Bruh, no, no.
Is that a hand?
Yeah. Someone's hiding under that bed.
Why didn't he bark at him? Bro just saw it and
He
dipped.
licked it too. He licked them and then ran away. Actually, now that I see this, you know what it could have been?
One
The
of
dog could have
friends.
ran into another room, and then one of his owners could have went under the bed in
And
another
it's
shirt.
Like, hi, Dad.
That's what he did. That could have easily been this.
If that's not what it is, though, I would have stopped taking him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could have that dog could have died there.
Right there, easily. Dude, that's terrifying. If that is another person.
Disturbingly, there was someone hiding under the bed in the second floor bedroom. Even though it's hard to see everything clearly with the dog footage, it's pretty obvious that it was a person hiding under the bed. After the encounter, Matt and Andy continued exploring the house for another 20 minutes, and they confessed to feeling pretty on edge after leaving. To this day, they still don't know who was hiding under the bed. It's pretty likely that the guy under the bed was just a squatter who was probably more scared of them and left the house in a hurry to get some privacy. But still, it must have been incredibly chilling to review the footage and realize they were never alone. Exploration Unknown is a YouTube channel owned by a guy named John who's uploaded countless videos of his urban exploration since 2016. In March 2019, John and another YouTuber explored an abandoned house where a woman had reportedly taken her life years after the death of her child. Just a few minutes into the video, it becomes pretty clear that the structure of the building is extremely unstable.
That floor is going right there. It's a deep drop. These floors are not very stable.
Here?
Yeah. You guys check out that fireplace.
If that falls, dude, I don't know what it's gonna do to the rest of his house.
Yeah, no, because that's a load-bearing wall out there.
That's been a lot of weight to hit this floor. I'm really nervous about that right there.
Yeah. Look,
Why are you inside the house? They're like, this house can fall at any moment.
Then get out.
And we, right at this moment, could very well die. It's like, bruh, you know what y'all doing?
When it comes to urbex, a lot of people will talk about the risks of running into a hostile squatter, a rabid stray dog, or the cops. But one of the biggest risks when exploring unstable structures like these is falling through the floor or having the entire building collapse on you, leaving you trapped under tons and tons of rubble. Before John and Tim even get the chance to explore the rest of the house, something pretty scary that serves as a reminder of the dangers of urban exploration happens to John.
alright guys, I think we decided to chance it. What do you think? Think we talked about it?
It hasn't moved anymore.
Let's just stay away from that area.
Yes.
Let's go back here to the room where the wife. You didn't bolt the door, did you?
No, it cracked a little.
Oh man, there's a crib in here. Oh shoot. Oh, yeah. Well, I just fell through the floor. Ow.
You alright, man?
Oh,
Good to go.
we're gonna get out of here.
By the time John realized the floor was cracking, it was already too late.
That was a simple video. Well, fuck this, we're out.
Otherwise, he would have plummeted at least 10 feet into the basement below. Obviously,
That was
after
funny.
that close call, the pair of explorers decided to call it a night and carefully tread their way out of the house and back to the car. Since that incident, John has continued to upload videos pretty frequently to his channel, but he hasn't gone back to that house since. TP Urbex is a channel dedicated 100% to urban exploration, and even though it's only been active for a little over a year, it's already grown to over 350,000 subscribers. In January 2024, a video was uploaded to the channel featuring two young urban explorers visiting an abandoned high school. From my research, the school that was featured in the video was William A. Wirt High School in Gary,
You work
Indiana,
tomorrow?
located less than a mile from Lake Michigan.
Nice.
Even though the abandoned building is in absolutely terrible condition in the footage,
You
it's
can hang
still
out
clear
for a
that
while
back in the
tonight.
day it was probably a nice school. Out of the entire school, the auditorium seems to be in the best condition, with the bright red seats serving as a nostalgic reminder of what the school used to look like before it was closed. As the teens are walking through the aisles, they catch a glimpse of a man holding a metal pipe staring them down near the auditorium entrance.
Cool. Hey, what's up, man? You want to get on out? We'll leave, right? Get out of here, sorry. You sure?
The man with the pipe started chasing them out of the building, but stopped when they got outside. It's pretty disturbing how the guy never even speaks to the teenagers. He just starts chasing them with a metal pipe that he probably planned to use as a makeshift weapon. When this kind of stuff happens, you really have to put yourself in the shoes of everyone involved. I mean, the guy who chased them out, like usual, was probably a homeless guy who had been squatting at the school for a while. Through his eyes, the abandoned, decrepit building is his home, and having two teenagers come in unannounced to disturb your peace when you have nowhere else to go must be pretty irritating.
Yeah, of course.
But for the explorers who just want to have some fun in an old building, getting chased out by someone who's armed and probably not in their right mind is also a terrifying experience. In September 2020, John and Tim from Exploration Unknown uploaded a video where they documented their visit to an abandoned altar in the middle of the woods. From the very start of the visit, some red flags came up that John and Tim should probably have taken as invitations to leave.
It's sunny public land. Well, maybe it's like this over here, somebody's private property. And I know this over here should be like public land.
After seeing the sign, it's unclear if the two explorers are on a private or a public road. But a couple of minutes
Why not
later,
both?
after following the directions they were given,
It's
they
privately for the public.
Saw something behind you. Shh. Keep it. Shh. Hide. Wait. Right here. Shh. Get down. Oh God, don't get here. You should have taken off. Oh, God, get out. Oh God. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Okay.
After getting out of his car, a man who we could reasonably assume to be the property owner points his gun at the uploader and his friend and tells them to get off his property. This is one of those situations that you just never want to be in, because on the one hand, if you yell something out to try to calm the guy down, you signal your location to someone with a deadly weapon who may or may not be in his right mind. But on the other hand, if you don't signal your location, the property owner might feel threatened. As they were running out of the woods, the man shot at them, and initially it looked like Tim fell to the ground from being shot at. But it seems like he just tripped either by something on the ground or by being startled.
What if
by
he
the sound
tripped
the
out of the
gunshot.
way of the bullet? That'd be
Fortunately,
nutty.
Tim and John
That'd be
were able to get
crazy
out of those
lucky.
woods unscathed, and they never went back again. I really don't know where John got his intel about the supposed abandoned altar in the middle of the woods, but it was clearly faulty. And it's a It's a good thing he was able to spot the guy in the car ahead of time. Otherwise,
They wanted to
who knows
kill
if
him.
this video would have even been uploaded.
Did you know that our food system is basically designed to be wasteful? We grow so much food in the U.S. that goes to waste. That's
Sure.
On December 25th, 2020, a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner drove his RV to Nashville, Tennessee's 2nd Avenue and woke up nearby residents with the sound of a robotic, digital female voice coming from his RV, warning everyone around the vehicle to evacuate the area.
The fuck? That is creepy.
Soon the female voice repeatedly mentioned that the RV was going to
Just
stop.
imagine a random RV
Although
saying
after
that to you.
6 a.m., the voice became more and more insistent, announcing that the vehicle would detonate in 15 minutes. In the body cam footage that was later released by the authorities, a group of Nashville police officers can be seen walking around the downtown area, urging any stragglers to evacuate for their own safety.
so weird. That's actually better than the movie. Yeah.
The robotic voice and its ominous warnings gave the whole scene an extremely eerie vibe, like as the police officer mentioned, something out of the movie The Purge. Strangely, the RV also broadcasted snippets of the 1964
I grant this one the
hit
scary
song
privilege.
Downtown
It's
by the
allowed to be
Two
scary. This
which
is
is a
scary.
song about how if you're ever feeling sad or lonely, you should go downtown and you'll feel better in the hustle and bustle of the city. Unfortunately, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing, and just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building, causing damage to more than 50 buildings, and
Holy
even
shit.
collapsing a few of them. Detonated near the Additionally, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing, and just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building.
Look at the buildings.
Damn.
It was down the street this way, and it still attacked that building.
Causing damage to more than 50 buildings and even collapsing a few of them with its massive blast radius. In the aftermath of the incident, the cops can be seen assessing the damage and moving nearby pedestrians to safety through body cam footage that can only be described as apocalyptic.
That is pretty terrifying. Holy shit.
Even though the explosive inside the RV was extremely powerful, the cops managed to evacuate most of the nearby residents, and thankfully nobody outside the RV lost their lives. Although 3 people were injured and had to be hospitalized after the vehicle incident, the only person who lost his life was Anthony Warner himself, who was still inside the vehicle at the time of the detonation. After the incident, the authorities started digging deep into Anthony's past to figure out what could have caused him to do something so insane, and what they found was pretty disturbing. As it turned out, Warner was pretty much a paranoid loner obsessed with conspiracy theories about shape-shifting alien lizards that were trying to take over.
That's crazy.
He like, I must save this world. Everybody shall be saved by my genius.
It was also revealed that 16 months before the explosion, Warner's girlfriend had called the cops to report that Anthony had been building explosives inside the RV outside their home. Even more disturbingly, less than a week before Christmas, Warner's neighbor had reportedly asked him if Santa was going to bring him anything good for Christmas, to which Warner replied, "Oh yeah, Nashville and the world are never going to forget me." But despite the clear desire for attention, the cops never managed to truly figure out Warner's motive, and it was eventually concluded that he probably didn't want to hurt anyone, and that a fatal cancer diagnosis mixed with other factors had contributed to Warner's declining mental health.
Makes sense.
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it was me. I said that probably means your data's been leaked.
I was like, I need to blow myself up. And they're like, no, no, you don't. And he's like, I need to blow myself up in my RV and warn everybody around me in the middle of town. And they're like, no, you don't have to do that. And he's like, I'm gonna do that. Dude, this RV, and they're like, oh my god, he's doing it.
On March 9th, 2023, at around 12:30 p.m., an anonymous caller dialed 911 and told dispatchers that a man that had just run into a food market on Cleveland Central Avenue was claiming that he had just been kidnapped. As soon as police arrived, they were able to talk to the alleged victim, and the joint conversation was captured on one of the cops' body cams.
I want him to fix his busted pipe for his washing machine. Okay. For putting a water line for his ice for his refrigerator. And when I got downstairs, the little dude came out and had guns on me and they robbed me. I mean, they tied me up. They had plastic metal on the ground.
Disturbingly, the zip ties and duct tape that were used in the kidnapping can still be seen on the man's body as he explains what happened to him. As the victim mentions to the cops, the perpetrators forced him into his own van, robbed him, and then held him for ransom before he managed to escape.
So they put this on my face, they get me in my van, and they bring me over here, turn the location on my phone. One of the guys in the back with me, and
Where the car go? Where the car go?
it was parked this way, and I ran all the way down here to here, and I was parked right over there. It's my van.
As the cops later found out, the main perpetrator was 51-year-old Ahmed Johnson, whom the victim had been in federal prison with at some point in his life. After digging deeper into the case, they uncovered the whole story of the kidnapping. As the victim mentioned in the video, the kidnapper had hired him for a plumbing job, and when he arrived at the house in Cleveland's Buckeye Woodhill neighborhood, he was led downstairs where he would allegedly be shown the leaky pipe that he had to fix. Once downstairs, Ahmed led the victim to another room, where another man jumped out and held him at gunpoint. After stealing his phone and Apple Watch, the kidnappers bound the victim and put him into the back of his own van. As the perpetrators drove the van towards the city's central neighborhood, they made the victim call a friend and bring around $15,000 to a nearby gas station in exchange for his return. But as the van slowed down, the victim somehow managed to jump out and ran down East 49th Street. Thinking quickly, the victim ran into a convenience store where he would be protected by the public eye, causing the suspects to drive off. 2 weeks later, the cops managed to make an arrest, and Ahmed Johnson was charged in Cleveland court with aggravated kidnapping. As of today, there have been no further updates to the case. On September 9, 2019, an Albuquerque Police Department officer saw a young man performing a traffic stop on a gray Nissan SUV. Strangely, the man wasn't dressed like a police officer at all. In fact, he was dressed as an ordinary citizen in jeans, a black polo, and an Air Force cap as he wrote down the driver's information. Sensing that something was off, the officer pulled the man aside to talk to him, and from the beginning, the man seemed a little on edge.
Can I talk to you for a minute? Normally, if you're out here and you're looking at traffic stop, you just stand and stop. Alright? You know what I'm doing here?
This is all I got. Like I said, I'm under equipped. I was just heading over there to the courthouse.
To the courthouse for what?
To get my gun. I know, it makes no sense. I caught it going 120 down I-40.
Why do you have lights on this vehicle?
Personal. I know.
Do you have any good ghetto?
Dude, this is so weird. He's like, yeah, no, just 120. He's like, who do you work for? A sheriff office. He's just like, where are you going? He's like, the courthouse. He's like, is that like your? Oh, that's my own lights. Your ID? I don't got an ID. And he's like, something's up here, bro.
The man claims that he was on his way to the courthouse when he pulled over the driver of the gray Nissan.
Dude, something's up here.
Suspiciously, though, he claims he doesn't have any sort of identification on him because he allegedly left it inside his
I would like to think this is two cops just like making a funny little video board. I hope that's what it is.
After a bit of questioning, the man says his name is Brendan Musinski and confesses that he was using his personal vehicle to pull over civilians, but insists that he's been an officer of the law for 3 years.
And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah,
checking the database, the officer notices Brendan's name doesn't pop up on any nearby law enforcement agency's list. And at that point, his only option is to put the suspect in the back of his vehicle while he waits for his supervisor to figure things out. Less than 5 minutes later, Brendan gets cold feet and confesses that he's not a real cop.
The fuck? Why are you... Why is this man doing what he's doing? he's like, someone has to do this job. And it's like, not you, bro.
There's already people doing it,
There's
bro.
people doing the job. You could go and learn how to be one. If you really want to be one that bad. Well, of course he's going to be able to do that favor because there's no way to go.
Situation, and they decide to arrest Brendan for impersonating a police officer. After putting him in cuffs, the sheriff arrives to assess the situation. I honestly don't know how long Brendan was expecting to be able to get away with pulling people over pretending to be a cop.
That's wild. Like, why was he doing it? Now I need to look it up.
Bro was fucking bored. He's
Why
like,
was-
I wonder what it's like to pull someone over.
Why do people pretend to be cops when they have nothing to gain? Or like for no reason, like okay. So for people who do it for no other reason, like no benefit, like he's not doing it to try and get money from this person, right? He's traffic stopping them, breaking a law. They're actually breaking a law, and these people will like stop you from breaking the law and then move on with their day. I find it so stupid because you know what it's for? It's for a sense of power. Just to have a sense of power.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck? Like, just go learn how to be a cop.
It seems as though he was hoping to play vigilante with no consequences forever. Even though he didn't have a weapon in his belt at the time, it's not uncommon for people like Brendan to start using guns and handcuffs as intimidation tools once they get more comfortable and start thinking they can get away with it. Obviously, it's incredibly dangerous to have random people driving around the city pretending to be cops when they really have nothing to do with law enforcement at all, which is why the officers have no other choice but to bring them into the police station. After arriving at the station, the cops try to get Brendan's full statement, but the suspect contradicts himself a bunch and lies to try to get the officer's sympathy. Brendan says he was on his way to work when he saw a guy going 120 on the freeway and confesses that he freaked out when the cop asked him about his identity. Strangely, he alleged that the badge he used to fake his identity used to belong to his dad, who supposedly used to work with the sheriff's department before he was killed in the line of duty 5 or 6.
I can't.
I hate it here.
Did you get the same vibes?
Yeah.
I must carry on from my dad.
My father's legacy.
My father's legacy.
Dumb as fuck.
You're not a Mountain Dew fan, huh? Okay, so the rest is mine.
You can have the rest of it.
Okay.
Just leave me more of the red drinks in there.
Okay, I won't even touch them. Oh my god, this is so stupid. It's creepy, but then he makes it cringe after they capture him. Because now, this is what it is, okay? When he's outside of prison, bro is a menace. Bro is intimidating. Bro can hurt you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just a cute little puppy on display. And he's like, oh, I was supposed to be the one. I was supposed to be Spider-Man. Ah, damn you.
Oh my god.
I was supposed to save people. But no. They did not let me save people. So now they're all gonna die. My dad was a cop. You don't see? I have the blood. He died from tuberculosis. Tuberculosis times 10.
This was a complete lie, and the truth was that he bought the badge online as he
He lied about that too.
Bro's a compulsive liar, I swear.
No, I think he's a compulsive liar when he's caught. Bro becomes.
He just keeps trying to find a way out of it.
Yeah, like as soon as he's caught, bro's like, okay, but this. And
But my dad was a cop. He was killed in the line of duty.
they're like, I already looked you up. And he's like, my uncle was like, I already looked that up. Okay, my brother was. Can you stop?
my grandpa.
My dog had cop blood because he bit a cop, but then he didn't get rabies, so like he had cop blood in him from biting the cop. He was cop dog.
Oh my God! Stop.
With a line like that. When there was video evidence of him saying that he bought the badge online less than an hour ago. During the interview, it was also revealed that Brendan was only 18 years old, even though he said he was around 25 when the cop initially pulled him over. This makes the fact that he...
This video, I can't do it.
Why 18?
He said he was married and needed to call his wife even more sketchy, and it's hard to tell which details of the story are true and which ones are completely made up. A few seconds later, things get a little scary.
Is bro insane? Does bro just have schizophrenia or
in
something?
the glove compartment of the vehicle, which wasn't initially visible in the video.
No, I think he's just stupid.
Considering he's a compulsive liar and an irresponsible teenager, it's pretty horrifying to imagine what he would have done.
Well, did you hear what they said about his wife? How he said, I need to call my wife when he's not married or had any...
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's just stupid.
The handcuffs and gun, had he been given the chance to play vigilante for a few more days...
He could be stupid or insane. I think that's one of the two cases here.
In March 2020, a judge sentenced Brendan to a year of probation. But just a few weeks later...
What the fuck? Wait a minute, let me look this up. I can't believe it. If someone impersonates a cop. How long were they arrested? I can't, dude. Why is our state like this? You can only go to jail for up to 6 months if you impersonate a cop.
That's stupid as fuck.
What?
That's literally taking the authority away from the police. That should be a bigger crime.
That should be a felony. I feel like I was dick slapped by God.
God. Shut down.
God was like, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what he said. That's what
video.
God said. God said, like, shut the fuck up. With his dick in my mouth. He was like, plop.
Babe. No.
He was like, plop.
Refused to get a psych exam, provided a false address, and missed a scheduled meeting. As a result, the judge tightened his probation conditions, and as of today, there have been no further updates to the case.
No updates. I need updates on cop dude.
September 30th, 2021.
Or cop dog. No, fuck. I got all my lore mixed up now.
Were reported missing in the Flamingo Lake neighborhood in Montgomery, Texas.
Oh, is this the
According to
alligator?
parents, the kids had gone missing after they went to the Sam Houston forest and wandered off the main trail to go play in a creek. After the disappearance was announced to the public, the authorities launched a massive search that included helicopters, dogs, drones, off-road vehicles, and hundreds of police officers from multiple law enforcement agencies. The next morning, an anonymous Good Samaritan who was very familiar with the layout of the woods decided to take matters into his own hands and went into the national forest by himself to find the kids. At around 9 a.m. on September 31st, the man found the kids and called 911 to bring the children to safety, and the whole rescue was captured on Sergeant Jason Smith's body cam.
Come on, can y'all come to me? Come to me. Yeah, come to me. There's an opening right here. Come on, kids, come to me. Yes, sir. I have all 3 good. Hey, Jesus good. He's good. Kids, I'm the police. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods?
even though the kids were found just a little over a mile away from where they entered the woods, they'd still been lost for over 24 hours, and pretty understandably they were hungry. As it was later revealed, the kids had spent the night in the forest, sheltering themselves under a fallen tree until the volunteer came to rescue them, which is why they had leaves and branches in their hair in the footage.
Bro was like fucking Superman. This is the guy who should be a cop. This is the real cop. The guy said the cop can't go in there right now. No cops can go in. I'm gonna go find them kids. Middle of the night.
The children still seem to be in pretty good spirits as Sergeant Smith escorted them out.
And like, look how he wasn't mad at the cops when the cops showed up. He just showed up. He's like, here's the kids.
No, he is the police.
No, that's yellow text is the cop. Red text is him.
He's good. Kids, I'm the police. Are you ready to get out of the woods? Come on, man.
It said earlier that the cops were understaffed and could not go rescue the kids right away. So one of the civilians in the area said, I can go do it.
Okay.
Which was fucking awesome, I'm not gonna lie. That's his request. He's like, you got cheeseburgers? I wanted a cheeseburger.
You got cheeseburgers?
It's like, don't pay me for saving the kids. I just want cheeseburgers.
Just a little over a mile away from where they entered the woods.
Just go get me McDouble from McDonald's when we even.
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese though. No pickles.
Sheltering themselves under a fallen tree until the volunteer came to rescue them, which is why they had leaves and branches in their hair in the footage.
Yep. He sounds so happy about it. Why are there 3 children just in the woods? Like, that's crazy. How did they get there?
24 hours, the children still seem to be
they played in the woods and they got lost.
Toward the end of the video, you can see guiding them to the clearing.
In country, it's a lot easier, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, there's more woods out there. If we lived out in the hills, like on Mines Road, I'm sure if we were kids, we'd get lost up there. It's all woods and hills.
Let's come out to the road.
It's honestly pretty terrifying to
This
think
cop's
that if
funny.
they hadn't been found then and there, the kids would have
Can he cheer me on during sex?
But thankfully, they were able to get back home to their parents.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm adding content to our video.
On January 30th, 2017, New Mexico police
Just
received
yeah,
a
you go, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Clinton had seen a woman being taken out of her Las Vegas apartment by a man
Woo!
put into a white van with a Texas license plate. After receiving the alert, the cops were able to locate the van in question less than 24 hours later and arrest the driver and passenger.
Put your hands out the window. From the left to the right. It's not out the window.
Once the suspects are out of the vehicle...
Did he actually say that? Like, I swear to God. Oh, no, it cut forward. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Once the suspects are out of the vehicle, the cops approach the white van, and that's when they find something incredibly disturbing.
She has chains on her. Well, don't say it like that. I get it for evidence, but goddamn, you said it's so weird. I got pictures of her and her chains.
She gives them her disturbing testimony. According to the victim, the man who was driving the getaway van was her ex-boyfriend Jack, who broke into her apartment and took her. Even though she fought hard to escape, Jack was trained in mixed
Incel.
martial arts and was a lot heavier.
Can't get a girl out of her free will.
Take her out of her home. Jane assumed it was her neighbors who saw the
I must chain her up. No one can have her.
911 call that the cops were able to rescue her.
Stupid as fuck, bro.
Once inside the police car, Jack doesn't seem all too distressed that he's about to be put away for a long time.
No, he's a
You can see
psychopath.
him interacting pretty calmly with the officer driving the vehicle, asking him if he has a favorite hymn and singing the words to Amazing Grace as he's taken to jail.
Not a favorite hymn? What's that? Not a favorite hymn? No, I don't. Why not? I don't know. I've never been into it. What about you? What about Amazing Grace? You like that one? I'll take it.
As it was later revealed, Jack's accomplice in the kidnapping was 19-year-old Samuel Brown. In the other cop car, Samuel asked the police officer to have a conversation with him, claiming that he's scared of everything that's happening.
What are the police gonna ask me?
During the investigation, the police found that Jack and Samuel had planned to take Jane into a cave in New Mexico that Jack had dug into the side of a hill, where they would later brainwash her into marrying one of them, according to the police report. After a court findings, Jack was sentenced to life in prison, and Samuel to a little over 5 years in prison.
How are y'all gonna
It's
brainwash
pretty
her?
disturbing to imagine where
There's
Jane
no-
would be if that 911 call hadn't been placed and the cops hadn't intervened.
I can't, dude.
On April 8 of 2021, police officers from the city of Whitehall, Ohio, about 6 miles away from Columbus, received a report that a man was allegedly impersonating a police officer at a traffic stop. Upon arriving at the scene, they
We're
found
just gonna skate over that. Yo. Where's my phone? I need to recreate this now. Yo, okay. Yo, Samuel, are you there? Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you a favor, buddy. I know, like, I've been with this girl for, like, 3 years. And, like, I'm working this office job, right? But I think she's not gonna marry me. So I need to resort to drastic measures, man. Get the cave ready in Mexico. I'm gonna chain up my girlfriend so I can marry her by brainwashing her in the cave you dug. No, this isn't insane. No, this is totally okay. It's out of her free will, because then we would brainwash her, so it's gonna be what she wants to do. It's so stupid, dude. I can't with this shit. I can't.
found a 26-year-old man named Casey.
They were on drugs, right?
Asleep in what appeared to be a Whitehall police cruiser. When he woke up, he told the cops that he was an off-duty cop working a special duty detail. At first, the officers bought his story, but when they were told there was no special duty assigned at that time, they returned to get the real story. And the exchange.
Ah, the story of how he's a virgin. And he doesn't get his dick sucked. He's a cuck.
From them, alright? And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I talked to the chief.
No, that's a direct question. Have you been sworn in by
It's
them?
very important to answer this correctly because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
So you are telling me you are a police officer right now. Is that what you're telling me? So you are not a commissioned police officer.
I spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
I have an public certificate.
That's not what I'm asking.
That's not what, dude. He's being so nice to this guy, and this guy's like, I am gonna be stupid.
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question. It's very simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of Ohio in any department?
Not currently.
As soon as the cops start applying a bit of pressure, Casey confesses that he's not an actual commissioned police officer, and when the cops mention to him that he risks going to jail if he lies, he decides to call one of the officers who supposedly gave him the job to try to save himself from the consequences.
would you be willing to speak to the supervisor of the company?
From Watchman? Is he an actual police officer?
You are an actual police officer, correct? And, okay, yes, he is. Where are you commissioned at?
It doesn't matter. He's not here doing it. Yeah, I don't care if he's the superintendent of state highway patrol. That's irrelevant to the situation.
Even though he seems to have a pretty intricate series of excuses to justify his actions, the cops sense there's more to the story than Casey's letting on. After mentioning to the cops that he was just trying to make a little extra money by allegedly working for the Glenwood Police Department, he realizes his chances of getting out of arrest are pretty slim. That's when he resorts to asking the cops for mercy.
That's all I was trying to do. Please do not, I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man. Please do not ruin my career. Please, please, please.
Oh my god, you are not doing this right now. Don't say please so much. Like, when people beg, okay, so this is my personal preference. When people beg, use different words. Don't use the same word. Don't be like, please, 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 please. That's not going to get you anything. Even begging isn't going to get you anything. I feel like begging is, like, the last thing that you should ever do at most for anything. And even then, just ignore it and don't even try begging. But, like, if you're going to beg, like, I don't know. Don't use the same word.
Throughout the exchange, it seems as if Casey either doesn't realize the severity of what he's doing, or he really thinks the cops are going to let him get away with showing a fake badge and even carrying a weapon while pretending to be an officer of the law. Still, things were about to get a whole lot worse for Casey, because after he was put in the real police officer's cruiser, the cops searched his vehicle and found a loaded AR-15 rifle, a tactical vest, a loaded handgun with 15 rounds of ammo, a taser, 2 pairs of handcuffs, and pepper spray.
Dude, this guy is dangerous. Bro's the Punisher. Bro's the Punisher, dude.
It's pretty
Except not really. Shit.
Bro's armed. Okay, I should say this. He's not the Punisher. He wants to be the Punisher.
There, because even though he didn't seem to have any bad intentions at first glance, Casey could have used the badge, vehicle, and weapons for some pretty nefarious purposes if he wanted to, by simply convincing people he was a real police officer.
He's the ultimate school shooter.
From kidnapping to extortion and everything in between, a fake cop can be extremely dangerous.
He was like this. Other school shooters, they always do it wrong. You see, they do it as soon as they're mad, right? They go out and they shoot. But he's like, what if I wait 20 years? What if I prep? What if I take time to hone my craft?
That's so stupid.
I know. I'm gonna hone my craft and become the ultimate school shooter.
As it was later revealed, this wasn't the first time the suspect had gotten in trouble for trying to pull similar stunts. Although at one point he had been a corrections deputy at the Pickwick County
I like
Jail.
how we've been recording for like an hour and 38 minutes, and out of this video, like, I made jokes and all that, and most of what you said, it was just, this is stupid.
Because it's stupid.
He was forced to resign after trying to enforce his authority as an undercover cop at a fair when he hadn't been instructed to do so.
This is
After the
research.
incident in Whitehall, Casey was charged with impersonating a police officer, a third-degree felony, and improper handling of a gun in a motor vehicle. Devil's Footprints. According to a Wikipedia article I found, back in 1855 in East and South Devon, England, a weird incident took place that left witnesses pretty confused and disturbed. As the story goes, in February of that year, there was a very heavy snowstorm, and the next morning there were more than 30 reports from different locations in England of a seemingly endless single-file trail of hoof-like prints in the snow. Witnesses of the incident allegedly claimed the prints covered over 100 miles of terrain, which, according to Wikipedia,
So we're gonna be learning about Bigfoot and the pedophiles that live in the
Strangely,
mountains.
the article also mentions that the hoofprints appeared on rooftops, haystacks, and other obstacles that you normally wouldn't expect animals to climb on. As you can imagine, it didn't take long for people to start coming up with wild theories to explain the hoofprints.
Shapeshifters are gonna be coming up. We're gonna be seeing wolves on 2 feet. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Now, obviously there are much more rational theories to explain why these prints could have appeared overnight in so many locations at the same time. And the only reason the Wikipedia article is titled Devil's Footprints in the first place is only because that's the name of the urban legend. And you gotta consider that this theory was probably made up by a bunch of.
Watch out, we're gonna
very
get the
townspeople back in
incel,
1800s.
incest-loving
The article
cannibals from
actually
Red Dead.
mentions that there's very little evidence that the incident even happened in the first place, which in itself is pretty strange. According to Wikipedia, there was some sort of article published back in 1950 where the authors asked anyone with information about the mysterious hoofprints to come forward. And even though the article was published almost 100 years after the alleged incident, Wikipedia says it led to a bunch of papers written by an Englishman back in the 1850s being discovered. Those papers included letters to friends where the man apparently mentioned the hoofprints.
This one isn't as... This one, nah. I'm gonna find another one. I like his channel though. This guy has a good channel. He knows what he's doing. He knows what content we want to see. We know what we want to see and we want to see it. What do we want to see? We want to see it. Okay. Dashcam footage.
This dashcam footage was captured in the early morning hours of May 2nd, 2023 in Browns, Australia.
When I jack off.
In it, a white car can be seen traveling through a series of roundabouts before continuing on a straight road. Everything seems calm at first, but just 10 seconds into the video, something pretty messed up was caught by the driver's dashcam.
What is what that we shall be watching? Huh? Ha ha! Oh, whoa. I just closed my bedroom door. What happened?
Disturbingly, a woman can be seen crossing the street right when the car is going by and practically throws herself at the vehicle. A couple of seconds later, a man rushes towards the alleged victim and tries to get the driver to stop, though the driver had the common sense to drive away as fast as possible. Had the driver been distracted or shocked by the incident, he might have made the mistake of stopping and getting out to see if the victim was okay. Fortunately, the man and woman's bad acting made it more than obvious that something suspicious was going on, and that the driver would probably have been in danger had he gotten out of his car. It's hard to accurately gauge the intentions of someone crazy enough to launch themselves into oncoming traffic and put themselves in the line of danger.
Well, she was insane. She wanted money.
According to the description in the original video, the driver initially thought that the whole incident was staged to pull off an insurance scam, in which the supposed victim and an accomplice stage an accident, fake a severe injury, and then exaggerate their claim to receive compensation for medical expenses from the insurance company. Although this was the driver's first thought, the reason
I always find that stupid. Like, you're gonna risk your death for some money.
Later that same
Well, of
morning,
course,
the
people are
driver
stupid,
reported
but
the
like,
incident to
why?
police
Just
and
why?
mentioned in
Why
his
even do it?
statement that
You're
he
just
knew it was
making
the
yourself
passenger
stupider
dashcam. As soon as the
by
man
getting
was
hurt.
on the road, rushed
You
out
could be
the
getting
house,
hurt in the
supposedly
brain
injured
area,
woman.
and then
A
you're just
group of
being
men
more
could be
like
seen
stupid.
emerging from the shadows and
It's
sprinting
stupid
toward
that
the
leads to
vehicle from
stupid. That
behind.
leads to stupid.
Realizing the danger he would be in if he got out of the vehicle, the driver took off immediately to avoid a potential carjacking, extortion, or even kidnapping. According to the Browns Plains Police Station, an investigation was launched after the report, but the people involved were never found.
Ah,
It's unknown what
they
would
went into
happen to the
hiding
driver
into the
had
mole
he gotten
people
out of his car
caverns.
to assess the woman's supposed injuries, or even had stayed there a bit longer in his car. One can only assume that the men were trying to get him out of his car for some horrific purpose. In 2016, a YouTuber named Bear with Hat uploaded this alarming
Not the Hat
footage
Bear.
recorded on his phone in June of that year. In the caption of the video, the uploader explained that after leaving his friend's house in Keller, Texas, he noticed a white Dodge Challenger traveling closely behind him. Suspecting that he was being followed, he pretended to enter the I-35 highway, but swerved onto a service road at the last second. To his horror, the white car then also swerved onto the service road and continued to follow him. In an attempt to shake off the white car, Bear with Hat made a sudden U-turn at an overpass and pulled over on the other side of the highway. When he saw the Dodge still following closely behind him, he sped off and pulled over into a turning lane in front of a hospital at the next intersection. That's when the white car stopped right in front of him with their left turn signal still flashing, and this is where things take a darker turn.
Oh, he got out. Wait, are they shooting?
Just a few seconds after the uploader started recording to try to get the car's license plate, a man steps onto the driver's side of the Dodge and approaches the car. Another man who wasn't caught by the victim's phone was also getting out of the car, but the uploader hightailed it out of there before he could clearly catch him on his camera. In the description of the video, the victim also mentioned that if the man on the passenger side had not gotten out of the way in time, he would have ran him over and kept on driving.
Makes sense.
At some point during his escape,
because he's in the car.
The
Cars can run over people.
Focus on the road and headed to a grocery store that he knew would probably have a cop standing outside. As soon as the driver of the Dodge saw him head toward the officer, he broke off the pursuit and fled in a different direction. Because of the uploader's well-timed reaction and quick thinking, we'll likely never know what the two men had planned for that night, but judging by their threatening behavior, it couldn't have been anything good. This footage was captured on November 2nd, 2014, and shows a car speeding down Highway 78 at around midnight. A few seconds later, the video shows the driver slowing down to avoid hitting a suspicious roadblock up ahead, consisting of just 2 traffic cones blocking the entire road.
Dude, what is this
As
guy
the
doing?
driver brings his car to a stop, his headlights eerily catch the lower half of a man's body walking suspiciously towards his vehicle. When he tries to drive through the cones, the man stands in his way, blocking the car's path. Sensing something is off, the driver immediately calls out to the man to try to get an explanation.
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
It probably wasn't the best idea to engage with a man who put cones in the middle of the highway, but then again, they could have been there for any number of reasons. In the caption of the video, the uploader mentioned that as soon as he asked him if he needed help, he saw the man reach into his pocket, and that's when the driver decided to play it safe.
Nope.
Instead
Yep.
of
Leave. Out.
According to the uploader,
We
the man and his
booking it.
accomplice were later detained by the cops, but were somehow only charged with DUI. If the man had been given more time, it's anyone's guess what he would have done, but luckily the driver didn't stick around long enough to find out. This extremely disturbing incident took place at about 7 a.m. on May 18th, 2021.
What are we about to
in
see?
Pensacola, Florida. In the footage that was caught by a nearby parked car's dash cam, an 11-year-old girl can be seen kneeling on the grass waiting for a bus to pick her up for school. A few seconds into the video, a white Dodge Journey circles around the girl, and although she notices it, she doesn't seem to be alarmed. Unfortunately, the man at the wheel of the Dodge wasn't just casually driving around the neighborhood as the girl might have imagined. Just a minute and a half later, the same white car pulled over at the edge of the roundabout, with the driver completely oblivious to the fact that his license plates were being recorded. Once again, the little girl turns her head and looks at the white car several times, but with no real reason to be afraid yet, she stays where she is. That's when the driver gets out of the car and does the unthinkable.
Bro. Dude! Kill him! After him! Do some kung fu!
In an act of
Karate
pure
chop
evil,
him.
the man attempts to steal the girl and carry her back to his car. The
Hit him
girl
with your
bravely
bag.
struggles against his grip, and eventually the man stumbles, causing both of them to fall in the grass. After realizing his cover had been blown, the man
It's
runs
kind
back
of
to his
funny.
car and drives away.
After
It's
he let go
terrifying
of
to
her.
think what would have
The
happened
situation
if
is
the girl
not funny,
had
but it's
been
kind of funny how like when he let go of her,
Luckily, his
she
license
stumbled
plate
away and he
made it
just
easy
gave
for
up.
cops to track him down and
Like
arrest him the same evening.
he dropped her at that and he's like, okay, I give up.
West Pensacola Sheriff's Department identified the suspect as 30-year-old Jared Paul Stanga. According to the police report, he was armed with a knife at the time of the attack. It was also revealed that the suspect had a lengthy criminal history. During the investigation, police also found that the Dodge Journey he was driving had been freshly painted.
It looks like an
attempt to avoid detection. Disturbingly, 2 weeks before the incident, the little girl mentioned to her school principal that a man in a white car had pulled up to her bus stop and talked to her, but no actions were taken by the school to protect her. After the attack, Jared Stanko was charged with attempted kidnapping of a child under 13, aggravated assault, and battery. Luckily, the girl was reported safe, though obviously pretty shaken up by the events she went through that morning. On November 21st, 2018, a 24-year-old woman named Vanessa Donay sat in the backseat of her mother's Chevy Equinox with her 2-year-old daughter as they waited for Vanessa's mom to finish her appointment at a business center in Windsor, Canada. At one point during the waiting period, Vanessa noticed a suspicious man walk past their vehicle and stare at it for a little longer
Who
than
is
necessary.
this man?
Almost immediately after
Okay,
walking out
I'm
of the
done.
frame, the man doubles back around and approaches the car.
I'm done. That's it for Scary today. This is going to be a new volume on my channel, on our channel, where it's just us reacting to scary shit.